All right, welcome back. We are continuing. It's been a little while. Had some crazy life events happen. Well, just life, nothing bad. Just a lot of different things. Um, and I am now. We are moving up to. We had our serious wound, so we are now into February of 17. We had to take our 3 months off, and at this point, I also have been promoted to lieutenant. I was a sous lieutenant. Now I am just a lieutenant. So we're all good and set here. I have 1 experience point and I have 2 prestige points. We can flip over my weapons maintenance skill and go from there. And I am at a prestige level 2. So we've got that all set. And we're going to see what's going to happen because now we are on a different chart with that. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to have to shuffle the combat cards, which are over here. So I'm going to get those shuffled. And I have an option to rebase. I am not going to. So we're going to keep things where they are. I kind of don't mind them. And then we can go from there. So let me go ahead and reshuffle these and we'll get back to it. Also, since I had a serious wound, I'm at prestige level 2, I now have a chance to upgrade my Newport 17. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take a look at what options I have available, and then we may be looking at a new plane. I will have to lose 2. I will have to lose 2 sorties. I'll get it right here. But let me take a look and see what I can upgrade to. Since we are in February of 17, and I am a prestige level 2, should have just about as much as I can. So let me take a look and see what I can find. All right, so what are some of my options? Well, I can go with the Newport 24 BIS. This does give me a 13, and I don't need to spend any prestige points because I was severely wounded. I just have to spend the 2 sorties on this one. So I do have the 23. It does have the rotary engine, which is important. The initiative chart, that looks all the same. So this is June 1917. I can't do that one. October 1917. May of 17, October 17. So really what I have is the 23 here, which requires prestige level 1, which I'm okay with that. It also has a low rotary engine as well. And yeah, but it gives me a 13 for initiative, while everything else is, so the 21 here, which is a 12, and then the SPAD is also a 12, and this was a Newport 17, which is what I had. So I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to the Newport 23 with that. So that is going to be our new plane, Newport 23. So there we go. Okay, so we've upgraded our plane. Let's go ahead and figure out how many we're going to have, and of course 2 of them. So we're going to have 6. So we're actually going to have 4 missions in February of 17, except for I'm going to put T for training for the new Newport 23. So let me get this all set up, and then we'll get moving on our sorties. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We are in 1917 Allied missions, so here we go. So let's take a look. So let's go ahead and roll. And we have a 10, which is a bomber escort. So if we look at bomber escorts or recon, it involves traveling to the enemy territory. Bomber or recon. Yeah. So I have to travel 2 enemy lines. And if I remember right, I can't attack something on those lines. I'll double check on this one once we get started. So, of course, our base is still here, and we're going to enemy lines. So we need the not this one, escort. So we have to make it all the way to here. Oh, I can't engage any bombers. I can only engage fighters because that's what I'm meant to do. I'm escorting the bombers. So that's that's the important part of it all. So yes. So while I'm inventing, and I've found out, so I use this for all my friendly lines, and then this one is when I get to enemy lines. You use this one for everything. If you're the central powers, you use this one for friendly, no man's, enemy, and then back to no man's, and then friendly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll get moving on this and see how it turns out. So we are in takeoff and landing. So here we go. First one, and we get a 6, which is nothing. So we will move with that. Okay. Current endurance, and we are in friendly territory again. So let's go ahead and roll. We got a 7, which is nothing. So we're going to move into no man's land. Now we might get something. 8 in no man's land is a fighter. So I do have to, I am going to go with that. So no man's land 8 is a fighter. So let's find out. We are January to June. So we're going to roll on this. And it is a 6. So we got an Albatross at D3. So that's what we're going to be going up against. And I have not faced one of those yet. So we'll see how that turns out. Let me get that set up and ready to go. All right, so I have my Albatross D3 set up. I just, one last thing I need to set up here. Oh, got it, good. Albatross D3, which is our enemy, it is set up. Or let's move him like this. So we've got everything over here. Oh, that's not the D3. That's the D3. There we go. Here's the D3. Okay. So first thing we need to do is we need to look for position. Okay, position. I always get this one. Okay, here we go. B1 position. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to roll here. So we have a 4. So we have a 6. So we are head on. So here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and use my reflexes, which means I get to fire first on them with head on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we've got get the combat cards here, and we're going to pull them from right here. That looks like a good spot. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for the reflexes, I will fire first, and let's see what happens. So he has a firepower of 3. Ooh, 5 hits. He does not get to maneuver because I have my reflexes. So he does get the 5 hits, but then he does get to fire back since we are head on. Because since we're head on, we're doing that. So now what I have to do is I have to roll on the damage because I got 5 hits. Oh, I should have used the. Oh, I'll remember that. I should have used the intensifier, but maybe we'll set up for that later. Okay, because I have the weapon maintenance skill, and that seems to help. So I get 5 hits to start off. So first one, let's see here, 32 is a canvas. That's not good. Second one, oh, here we go. I forgot. Yep. So I had 5 hits, so this is my 4. 44, that's a canvas. Anytime you get a double, it's a canvas. 24 is a port strut. So port strut here. Go. So that was 3. So now we've got 2 hits left. And 23 is an engine. Oh, that's nice. Damage. And so that is an engine. Okay. And our last hit here, there we go, is 21 is a landing gear. Well, that doesn't help me. Not really. Landing gear. Yeah, so that's not going to help him at all. Okay. Now, that's my damage. Now, he does fire back at me, as we are faced up. He has a power of 5. Oh. You know what? That is why I saved my random event, my good luck charms, so I can pull a new one. I'm glad I saved this, or this would have been one of the shortest videos I have done, which I've had a few pretty short ones. Here we go. He has firepower 5, so that's 4 hits for him. So I used that. Oh man, that sucked. But I'd rather go for the 4 hits and take my chances at this. So here we go. 13 is a starboard strut. Oh, let me get my damage ones here. Starboard strut. Here we go. Next one is 14 is a canvas hit. Okay, so we've got 2 more hits. He's got 2 more. I got to keep this. It's easier for me to keep track of this. 2 more hits. Here we go. 45 is a starboard strut. That's not good. And the final one here, last one, is a 52. And a 52 is a canvas. So we got 2 starboard hits on me. Okay. There's that other one. Okay. Anyways. So I forgot to put his there. And so he used up 1 ammo on that one. Okay. So with the engine hit, I think with the engine hit, it is, I do have to roll for the engine hit. Forgot about that. I do need to roll for a fire. That's not 1. So, and then for each engine that is damaged, the aircraft loses 2 speed. So his speed's actually a 9. So he's an 11 and I'm a 13. So let's go to the initiative. He's an 11. So if he's an 11, he's 16. I am 13, so I'm 16, so no change at all. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is simultaneous, so I am going to do my Cuban 8, which is my advanced maneuver, which avoids 1 random hit and improves position by 1. So it's simultaneous, but now he does fire. So at a firepower of 5, he gets 5 hits on me. Okay. This still may be short. We'll see what happens, because we're early easy enough. Okay. First damage. If I get a starboard strut, we're in trouble. 43. Rear guns, I don't have any, so that's good. 4 hits. Crew injury. And on a crew injury, it is a 7. Is the pilot. And now we roll to see what it is. 1, it's a light wound. Okay, so that's okay. That's not bad. I'm at a light wound. I'm going to try to get out of here, which with the position, we'll see what happens. Okay. This is our 3rd hit, which is 16. Fuel tank. Oh, things are not going well for this dogfight. Fuel tank. And I need to roll for, if I catch fire. Ooh, close, 10, but that's nothing. Okay. 2 more hits. Here we go. Next one. We get 23 is an engine. So unlike him, I have way too much here. And here is our last one. 56 is rear guns again, so that's nothing. Okay. So I do have an engine hit, so I'm -2 as well. So we're even. So we're both 11s. So again, black dice, by the way, is his for it. Let's take a look. Oh, 1 and a 4. So a 1 for him is a 12. And I have a 15 that is 3. I gain 1 position. I'm tailing. I am bugging out and going home. And because, let me take a look at something real quick here. Yeah, so basically, once I have engaged the enemy fighter, your escort requirements have been met and all restrictions have been listed. So basically, I have met my. Oops, I won't take him. Move him out of the way. He's pretty wicked, especially with this 5 firepower. By the way, I didn't do that. He would have been out 1. But anyways, so we're safe. We have done our situation. We have made it clear, and we are going to head home with our tail. I do have a light wound, and I'll have to see how many will go that. But it is considered a successful mission at that. So let's see if I make it home with that one. All right, so we will go back 1 to our friendly lines. A 2, which is, I think it's a 2-seater. It is a 2-seater. I am not going to go after that one. So that's okay. A 2-seater I'm not going to go after. And then finally, our takeoff and landing. And that is a 3, which is also 2-seater. We are not going to do anything because I can't take any damage at all. I have 3 situations. Now, I do have landing issues. So, I do have to land. Let's check the weather for landing. Here we go. Oh, that's the 10-sider. Where's my D10? There we go. 5. A 5 is good weather, so at least I don't have to worry about that. And now I have to go through. So landing skill, I have a +1. I do have an engine hit, so that's minus. It's -1 for landing skill, +1 for an engine, and that's it. Actually, okay. So I can't get higher than a 12. Higher than 12, so it's a safe landing. So I did land safely on that one. Because fuel tanks, nope. So he did land safely. Now, let's take a look if what a light wound has done to my situation. So all I'm going to end up doing, this was a success. So it was a success, but I will have to miss 1 mission. So we still have 2 missions to go. Okay, awesome. So let me clear off my board, and then we'll get on to mission 2. All right, on to sortie number 1 or number 2. This, by the way, this is technically sortie 5 of 6 because I had 2 missed for training. I was a successful 1. I had a light wound, so I missed 1 mission. So let's find out. Again, we're in 1917, so let's find out what we've got here. We've got 23, or excuse me, this would be 5. So this is an offensive patrol. So an offensive patrol must travel at least to enemy territory. So offensive patrol, here we go. So we've got to basically go to the same place. So let's see if it can be a lot better than what it was. So go friendly again. Let's see, can I put this? Wish I could fit this in here. Oh well. Okay, yeah, I think we can fit it just. I'm not too worried about this. There we go. So now you guys can see the charts a little bit here. It's all cockeyed, but that's okay. Okay, so we are in takeoff and landing. I need to move this to the side so I can see it. So takeoff. Don't really need to worry about that. Okay, here we go. 9-0. So we will move to our friendly lines. We've got a 6-0, so we're gonna move to no man's land. So now we're in this column. There we go. We got a 3, which is a 2-seater. Let's do it. Let's go after a 2-seater. So the German encounter for 19 2-seaters here. Oh, you can't see this one. So 2-seaters, German 2-seaters right here. So let's go ahead, rolling this. So 11, we have a Hanover CL3, and I have not set that up. So we will go ahead, get that set up, and go for that one. All right, got this all set up here. So Hanover CL3 has a speed of 10, an agility of 1, and gets a +1 hit for the rear guns. So that's, and observers with twin get +1 random hit for defensive fire, except for on a 0 result. Okay, so they hit me, they get an extra 1, which is kind of sucky when it comes down to it. So we'll see how that one works out. Now, we do have to roll on this one right here on the starting orientation. So here we go. 9, enemy starts advantaged. I don't like that because a 2-seater, if they start advantaged, 2-seaters try to escape with that. And unfortunately, that's on the back here. It's 1 to 4, they escape. So before we even get started, they get a, before they even get started, they try to escape. 3, I believe that does escape them. Let me double check. Yep, so we did all of this, and they ended up disengaging with that 3, because 1 to 4 is a successful disengagement, and we are now we've successfully engaged, so our mission was a success, but we didn't make any shots or anything like that. So let's go back to the campaign map, and we will see where we go next. Okay, we now move on to the offensive patrol. Oh, nope. Had the wrong one. This is current location. There we go. So we are now in enemy lines. So we are going to fire. We're going to roll on that one. And what do we get? A 10, which is nothing. Okay. So we go back to Saint Michel. Is that right? Saint Michel. Saint Michel. It's probably 11. No Man's Land. 2-seater. Gives a solitary. We are not solitary hunter finder. So we are going to see here again. We're going to take a look and see what we get for a 2-seater. 8. We get a Roland C2. So let's go ahead and get that set up. All right, so I have the Roland C2, Roland LFG C2, which is a speed of 10, agility of 1, and it does have rear guns. It does not have a rotary engine. So I'll put a little pointer here to remind myself which one I am. But we do need to try to roll for position again. So here we go. We're going to roll for position. 12. Enemy is out of the sun. If they're out of the sun, it's a not attack. Man, I keep trying to get these guys. I see them, and then they move on me, and then they end up out of the sun. So that's a little annoying on that one. Okay, let's get back to our friendly lines and our campaign map. All right, so now we are now in our friendly lines. So it doesn't look like much is going to happen. 5. Ooh, is a fighter. Okay, I'm pretty sure we will get something with this. So we're looking at this row right here. And what are we going to get? A 7. An Albatross D3, which is what we had earlier. Well, let's see what we can do. Hopefully it will work out for us this time, unlike the last time. Let's get that set up, and hopefully we can knock something out. Jeez, it's been tough. All right. So we need to figure out our location here. So, or starting orientation. And we get an 11. The enemy starts advantage. That is not good for me. Which sucks. So what I am going to do, so I can't, well, yeah, I'm going to go with what the card has. And, okay, so, man, I hope I didn't miss any. Oh, cool. It's avoid all damages for my defense. And then he would have 5, but it's avoid all damages because I did evasive maneuvers. Now, let's see if I can hopefully get it. So he's at a 13. I'm at a 13. Let's go for it. He is going to be at a 14. I am going to be at a 15. And so it stays the same. I am going to do... Why not? I'm going to use my advanced maneuver 1 and do a Cuban 8, avoid 1 random hit, and improve position by 1. So I'm going to improve here. He is going to he has a firepower 5. So it'd be 4 plus a crew hit. Okay. So he's going to get 4 hits here on me. So let's see how bad this is going to go for me, because Lord knows it's never easy on me. Okay, here we go. First hit is 64. 64 is forward weapons. Well, that sucks. My forward weapons are inoperable, so I am going to be looking to try to get out of this battle. 23 is an engine. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, that's my engine. $66 is a fuel tank. Boy, he's hit everything. And I need to roll the fuel tank. Fuel tank is fine. Okay, so it was 1, 2, 3. So we're on our last hit here. 54 is landing gear. Man, this is not... Oh, my goodness. This is not good. Okay, so... Yeah, because I did use that one. No, that's why it was only 4 hits. Now I have a crew, so I have to roll to see who it is. Hi, please, hi. 7 is the pilot. Let's see what happens. I have nothing to stop this. 1. Oh, got a light wound. Okay. Light wound. Right, here we go. So I am light wounded. Okay. So this will be the end. This will be the last video, because that will take out my last mission if I survive, because we are head on now. I have an engine hit, so I'm at an 11. He is at a 13. 14, 15, 15. Okay, we're head on. I'm going to go defense by the card. Evasive. Avoid all damages. Oh, nice. And so that means he gets 5, so he would get 5 hits, but he doesn't because I went evasive. And we're back to initiative. Again, I'm at an 11. He is at a 13. 16. 14. Wait. He's at a 13. 15. I'm at 11, 16, so it's the same. Again, I try not to hit anything. Bad move. Oh, no. He becomes advantaged. And I did a bad move. I didn't even know that was in there. He's going to get 4 hits plus another one. Oh no. Okay. Okay, first of 4 hits. I don't know. This might be the end of the recording. 15 is the landing gear. Well, I'm going to have trouble landing. But this is 5, so 3. And it's left. 44, that's a canvas. 2. 16, that is my fuel tank. And I have to do an emergency landing. This is not going to be good. And, well, we're not done with the hits yet. 46 is forward weapons. That's already done. And I have to roll for a crew to see. I need high. 7, that's a pilot. What am I going to have? 5 is a serious wound. I need to... Okay, so... I need to take a look at that. I may be gone. But give me a moment and I'll take a look. All right, looking at this is basically, as long as I don't get one more light wound, I'll be okay. The only problem is now I have a... Oh, I did do that crew. Okay, yeah, that was a crew. Now, I'm supposed to break off... let's see here. If this occurs, the pilot, you must immediately break off combat at the conclusion of the current firing pass against a 2-seater or combat against fighter. So I've got to basically, and I've got to land. So this is definitely going to be the end of this video. Whether it goes down in flames is a totally different story on this one. So I have to emergency land here. Luckily I am friendly. Okay, so landing, so I have a -1. I don't have controls hits. It is emergent landing, so I have a, I'm going to kind of mark this to the side. So I get +1. Emergent landing in no man's, serious wound, that's another +1. I get a -1 as well. My landing gear, yep, I get +2 for landing gear. Engine, I get a +1 for an engine. So basically right now I'm at +4. And I need to roll for weather. 1, at least I have good weather. So, okay, so I have a +4 on this landing die roll. So I have to land safely, because if not, each crew receives a light wound. That second light wound would kill me. And anyways, I get a 16 plus. So this is 12 plus 4 is 16. Aircraft destroyed. Crewed KIA. Long live Ferdinand Lufberry. Rest in peace. You bought the farm. So, all right. So that completes, which is okay. I've really enjoyed this game. This has been a lot of fun. There's a great story here. It is definitely a narrative game, but there's quite a few more decisions than most people think. Like what maneuvers to use, whether you how you go about it, so there's quite a few more decisions. I did get a total of 2. I downed 2 planes. I did finish as a lieutenant, not a sous-lieutenant, and so all good. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've got a plan for another narrative game. I'll keep that under my hat for right now. I will probably say, so this is May 1st. I will be on the War Room on May 4th and let everybody know what the game I plan on doing is. That's another narrative style game that's out there, and it does have to do with airplanes. Or I won't say airplane, aircraft. Let me put it this way, aircraft. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to everybody later. Have a great night. Bye.